Alright, welcome back to Dark Souls for Dummies. We've beat level 0. Now we're at Firelink Shrine. There's a nice bonfire here. This is a kindled bonfire that you might notice in my Estus Flax fill up to 10 here. The default is 5, and then you can kindle up to that. Lots of good stuff here. I'm going to sort of show you around. There's a guy here called the Crestfallen Warrior.
Well,
that's very useful because he tells you sort of hints of where you should go.
Must be a new arrival. Let me guess.
Kind of
Fate
a
of
jerk,
the undead, right?
Pretty much everyone is here.
Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is...
Oops. Well, anyway, if you're ever not sure what to do, he's a good guy to talk to. There are lots of good consumables that you can find. See that there's a bunch up there that sort of lead you on the right path. This is the way you sort of want to go first, but we'll wander around here for a little bit. So we met the Crestfallen Warrior, and if you wander around, there's lots of goodies to be found. I'll probably get lost a couple times, but pretty much all these nooks and crannies have something good in them. So just encourage you to wander. So you've got Crestfallen Warrior. Over here you've got a
Hello there.
type.
I believe we
So
are not
he'll sell you
acquainted.
miracles
I am Petrus of Thurlow.
if you have
Have you
intelligence,
business
which
with
I do
us?
not.
If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
Sort of like
Hello
chat to
there.
him.
I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance. But I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
He's too kind.
Oh my... Oh, I have to await... So what would that... Very well.
I'm not going to join his covenant. It doesn't really matter.
That
It's
is a
easy
shame.
to
But each to their
add them
own.
and drop them.
Speak to me.
But he'll sell you miracles if you want them. One of the most important parts of this game is just smashing things. Up here is an elevator, which does not yet work for us. But can still be a lot of fun. It is possible to make this jump over there, although for the time being it doesn't really add too much value to. But if you go down here, there's a little stash of goodies. You want to start to get in the habit of hitting chests. You can also look at the chain or just watch, because certain chests are traps, but if the chain goes backwards like this, it's safe. You can pillage it. So you get some goodies. You actually leave this place. Oh, yeah, over here. So you do need to be careful leaving this, because this is the graveyard. And you might notice that there are some skeletons here, and they're really mean, and they'll beat you up. So I would try to avoid this for the time being. Okay, have a shield out. It's, anyway, you kind of want to avoid these dudes if at all possible. Problem is, of course, as you can see, is that they do follow you back here. And get hit. I might die because I'm bad. Let's get you out of the water. I don't think you can backstab these guys, can I? Doesn't seem so. Anyway, you can see that these guys are kind of meant for higher levels. How little damage I do. I'd be doing slightly better damage with a blunt weapon, like that mace I got. We will sort of run around down in the cemetery, but again, you sort of want to make sure that you're not carrying anything valuable. You really probably want to have a bunch of souls on you, or be in human form. Since I have, 2,300 souls, I'll probably wait. Lots of these little nooks that we want to look out for. For the time being, try to avoid going in that cemetery. Up here is okay. And we want to kind of work our way over there. You can see, big bird friend. He's your buddy. He's looking out for you. So go ahead and use your souls. For me, because I'm like a warrior type, sword and board type, I'm only going to really care about vitality, which is HP mostly, endurance, which is stamina and equipment load, and then strength and dex, which are damage stats. Resistance is pretty much useless and no one really worries about it. Attunement is like how many spell slots you have, and then intelligence and faith are damage stats for spells and miracles. But I'm not going to use spells and miracles or any of that, so I'm going to ignore those stats. So for me, Vit, endurance, strength, and dex are pretty much all I'm going to worry about. And I really like having lots of damage, so I can kill things quicker. So I'm less likely to make mistakes and die. So we'll spend our souls, and now that I have no souls to worry about, I'm going to go and try to grab some of those goodies from the cemetery. So in case I die, I'm not 175 souls, which is really negligible. So the trick here is to just run around and grab stuff and just keep running. So, just sort of easy to get back into the corner, but this is sort of a loop. You don't want to stop too long. You don't want to get stuck on these guys. So don't go down that side. So wander your way over here. It's this Zweihander, which is the big scary weapon. These are the binos, which are pretty much the only reason to be here. I died. It wouldn't be Dark Souls unless you die. I did miss one item, which I'll grab just to show you. Bottle with my bloodstain. Already hollow. Nothing of value in it. But there should be one other item. Yeah, right there. Jeez. Need the item. dudes follow me and kill me. That's the way it goes sometimes. Alright. So the main problem with them following you is you can't just rest at the bonfire. They're too close. So one thing to be aware of is you can go down here. There's another NPC you can talk to, sort of. She can upgrade your Estus flask if you find Estus flask shards. If you keep going down and don't fall off the edge, which is pretty easy to do, you sort of learn how to keep the camera from freaking out too much as you go down here. Is an elevator. You do want to always be careful as you come in here that the elevator is up. You might have to pull a lever if it's not, because otherwise you fall down and you die. Which is amusing the first like 30 times, but eventually it gets old. So if you go down here, there are some items. Oops. This one. But this is a really great place to get used to things. So like we picked up a bunch of items and like weapons, and so you might say like, hey, you know, will I like this Morning Star? Can I even use it? So this is a great place to practice. That it's got a bunch of these hollows that are sort of peaceful until you bother them. But this allows you to sort of practice like hitting guys. So like, once you hit them, they'll get mad at you and try to hurt you, but otherwise they'll sort of leave you alone. You can sort of see what happens when you try to wield something that you can't wield. You do no damage and it takes forever. Punch this dude. Locking on. Critical punch a dude. Yes, I can. 5 damage. Ha. Superman. They're a pretty good combo going with the punch, though. That critical punch did more damage. Not a good idea to equip weapons you can't actually use, but seriously, the first time I played, because I am really bad at video games and I want to get used to the controls, I did actually just kill these guys a whole bunch of times and I like leveled up using them. So this is a perfectly cromulent thing to do. There's another sword here called the S-Stock. It's a sort of dex-based stabby sword. I kind of hate it, but I only actually like one weapon in this entire game. Because I'm bad. But you should find all these guys, find all these things, and find out. Oops. Sorry. Now, if you're feeling brave, and again, if you don't have any souls or humanity on you, there's a Estus flash shard over here, but you're likely to die getting it. Let me see if I can find it. So it's over here. These are ghosts, and they hurt you, but you can't hurt them, so... go. So run around here, grab this Firekeeper's soul, and then probably die. It's possible to make it back, but if you die, you die. Your Estus Flask doing that. That's an easy way to give up 3 souls or whatever to this increases how much you heal each time you drink your Estus Flask. So the other thing down here that's worth pointing out is you can actually upgrade your weapons down here. While you're down here, like learning how to fight guys and finding a couple cool swords. Yeah, see, this is where you could easily fall. Pull the lever, it'll bring the elevator back up. The other thing you can do is send the elevator back up before you go up if you think you're going to die. So you just press this button before you get off. You just sort of immediately get off so it doesn't pass the door before you get off. And that can save you some time. But it's sort of hidden over here. Very easy to miss. Is this dude. I've killed myself trying to hit him and falling off. But if you go down these stairs, there's a blacksmith hidden over here. And I almost just fell down again.
Well, this is unusual. And more importantly, you're free. How? Well, I shouldn't pry. I'm Ricky of Vinheim. I was once an established smith. Can you believe it?
Yep. So many stuff.
Have you? It's safe here. Although, I must admit, how about this? I'll show you what made it.
Right, so you can buy things from this guy. Some useful stuff if you're a magician or sorcerer. But he can reinforce your weapons at low levels if you have Titanite shards. You can repair your equipment. There's something you want to keep up on every once in a while. Check and make sure that your equipment isn't going to break. But this is a great way to, like, again, sort of cheat. That if you level up your equipment, everything becomes easier. So if you have the ability to, you can. So the other thing is, if you have the Master Key, which was the starting gift that we selected, you can come out here to the Valley of Drakes, and you can do some cool stuff. Get some free items. I'll show you this, like, very briefly. I do have more beyond. I'm not gonna... the other side, of course. We'll come back to this area later, but having the Master Key allows you to skip a part in the mid-game. I'll do it sort of both ways, but eventually you're going to want to come over here to this gross area. We don't want to do that now, but there are opportunities to get some items over here if you want them. So this is a common thing that I guess like speedrunners do, is they come over here and they grab some items. So there's this dragon thing, and it is benign until you grab an item, and then it's not so benign. It decides it doesn't like you anymore. And sort of further along, there's some drakes. Where's my binos? So, as you can see back there, there's a couple drakes. You can run past them relatively easily, and then if you sort of go all the way across the bridge, there's a ring that people like to get. We're not going to worry about it, but eventually we'll come back to this area, and having that master key to open that door will potentially save you some trouble. For the time being, we're going to say discretion is the better part of Dark Souls. Head back to Firelink. Try not to fall off. I do get confused every so often which one of these two spiral staircases I'm going up, because they look pretty similar. This one over here that goes up to Firelink, this one that goes to Valley of the Drakes. But once you feel good, you should move on to the first real area. And we'll do that in the next video once we get back. So get rested up, use your souls, and we'll start here next time for Dark Souls for Dummies.